Hello, thank you for joining me again. Today's practice is going to be geared towards shoulders and hips. So if you have issues in either one of those areas, please grab a mat and come practice with me. If you do have 2 blocks at home, grab those as well, and then maybe a strap may be necessary too. If you don't have one of those, you can grab a kitchen towel or something like that. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna come to lie down on our backs. And you can just, for the moment, place one hand on your belly, one hand over your chest. Take a big breath in, exhale it out. Take another big breath in, exhale through the nose. And we'll begin this Ujjayi breath, like the sound of the ocean. You breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. You should start to hear the exhale. It becomes audible as it becomes stronger, and it builds that energy and the heat inside. All right, now grab either elbow, and we're gonna take our arms side to side, like a typewriter. So you should start to feel this loosening up your shoulders. Side to side, and as you move your arms side to side, keep the breath going. So you're gonna breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Start to match the movement with the breath. Now maybe start to bring the arms down across your, towards your belly button, and then up towards your eyes. Now switch the cross of your arms and do that again. Side to side as you breathe in and out. All right, now relax your arms to the sides. Bend your knees, place your feet on the earth, and we'll take happy baby on one side. So you'll grab the outside of your foot, pull the knee down towards the ground. And hold there for a couple breaths. Maybe place your other hand on the opposite hip, drawing it down. And then try bending and straightening this leg, just finding a little bit of extra movement here. Lubricating that hip. It's early morning for me, so I haven't quite loosened up, woken up yet. All right. Now replace that knee on the ground and take the other side, half happy baby, drawing that knee down towards the earth. Breathe in deeply. If anything feels uncomfortable throughout this practice, try sending the breath, visualizing sending the breath to that tight area. All right, now try straightening and bending your leg. Getting a little hamstring stretch in there too. All right, now replace that foot back down. Now take the right ankle and cross it over the knee, and then lift up. We're gonna take figure 4 hip stretch, pulling the legs closer to you. You should really feel this in your hip. Maybe rotate your ankle. That always feels good to me. All right, now remove the hands with the legs still lifted. Take the right foot all the way down to the earth, and look in the opposite direction as your legs. Breathe in, exhale through the nose. All right, inhale, lift up the legs. Switch sides. Figure 4 hip stretch on the left side. Pull the leg in closer. As you breathe in, and then exhale, maybe squeeze a little closer. Get a little deeper in the stretch. All right, release the arms
And then take that left foot all the way across to the ground. Look in the opposite direction. All right, legs come back up. Now take both feet, press them into the air, and then draw the sacrum down to the mat. And then again, press through the bottoms of your feet. So you should really feel this stretching and flexing through the entire backs of the legs. Now we're going to, with the arms out to the side, slowly lower. So keeping the feet and the legs together, slowly lower until you just hover right off the ground. And then we'll send the legs back up into the air. And now slowly take the legs to the left and back through the center to the right. So we're going to take little movement here, maybe getting a little bit further each time we go. So we'll go back to the left. Keep your core engaged. We're trying to strengthen our core, our low back, all the muscles around the hips. All right, let's go either side. One more time. All right, back to the center, and then we'll exhale, slowly lower them all the way down. See how slow you can go. All right. Now bend in the knees again. Place the bottoms of your feet on the earth. Reach for your ankles. And then we're going to inhale, lift into a bridge pose. So you're squeezing your glutes, flexing your thighs, maybe inching your shoulders up underneath your body. And then for an up level, take the right foot up into the air and pulse 3 times. All right, lower back down, and we'll release all the way. Once again, we gotta go to the other side. Inhale, lift to bridge pose, and then take the left leg up, pulse 3 times on the ceiling. All right, lower down, and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come down to the ground. Pull your knees into your chest. And then we start to rock back and forth. A couple times if that feels good, and come into a boat pose. So hold here in your boat pose. Again, we're firing up the core, engaging the core right away to build that heat so that we can get even more flexible, getting our muscles warm, our body warm. Relax here, catch your breath, and then we're going to cross the feet and plant the palms and hop back to a high plank. All right, from this high plank, go back and forth on the toes. It's a nice calf stretch as well as a nice warm up. And again, just warming up that core, strengthening it. All right, everybody come forward to their toes and then chaturanga or push up all the way down. And take those fingertips out to either side. We're gonna inhale, lift, and then start to pivot one shoulder down and then the other. Funky cobra. So as you inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, pivot the shoulder down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale to the center and we release. Return your hands to either side and press back to a downward dog. All right, in this downward dog, press into your palms evenly. Send your hips back. Everybody bend in both knees like you're pressing your chest towards your thighs, and then slowly start to straighten those legs, keeping your hips up and back like your upper inner thigh is turning towards the ceiling. Now look at your feet, walk your hands back to your feet, and take a ragdoll. So you can grab either elbow. Either way, make sure to really bend in your legs so that your chest actually touches your thighs. And just keep breathing deeply here. You can let your head be heavy, sway side to side. All right, now take a half lift, hands to your shins, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold forward, and then walk your hands back out to your plank. And shift forward, lower all the way down. Take a cobra pose, lifting up, maybe bringing those hands and feet off as well, coming to a Shalabhasana. All right, now release and push back to a tabletop position. So coming into this all fours, we spread through the fingertips, really pressing evenly onto those palms, setting up where your wrists are stacked under your elbows and your shoulders, and then your knees under your hips. So check your alignment today. Take some cat-cows. We drop the belly, look up. And then exhale, round the spine, shifting back, pressing into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift, open the throat, maybe shake out the neck. Exhale, arch the spine, cat. All right, now return to a neutral tabletop position. Take the right knee, pull it in towards your chest, and then take the knee out to the side, so kind of fire hydrant it out. And then flip the foot into the air, turning the knee down, and now maybe your thigh is parallel. Let's pulse 3 times towards the ceiling. And then come back the same way. So take the knee out, fire hydrant, and pull it in towards the chest. Let's do that again. Right knee out to the side, flip the foot around, pull the knee in, pulse 3 times. And back out. Nice job. One last time, 3 times. Slow and controlled movements here. And we pulse. And come back. So knee out to the side, then pull it in towards your chest. Nice job. Return that foot down. Pull the left knee into the chest. Knee out to the side, flip the foot around. And just finding again that lubrication in the hip. Now knee out to the side, pull it into the body. Again, knee comes out, flip the foot up towards the ceiling, draw it in, let's pulse. All right, knee out to the side, into the body. One last time, knee out, flip the foot, pulse it up, and drawing it back in. Good job. Now take the right foot out, toes point down. Make sure your hips are on the same plane. And then take the toes down to the ground. Let's kickstand this other left foot out and come into a modified side plank. If you want, feel free to take a full plank here. Totally okay. And then take that right arm up over your head, lifting up through this right foot. Let's crunch. Crunch, crunch. All right, and back down. Let's go to the other side. Left leg extends, toes down to the ground. You can kickstand this right foot out. Modified side plank. And the arm comes up over the head, lifting up through the leg. Let's try for this side crunch. In, exhale, crunch. Exhale, crunch. All right, coming back to the center. Now take a child's pose. So your big toes touch, your knees come wide. Walk your hands as far as they'll go. So I want you to sink in here with your breath. Stay there. You can press into your palms and even keep your elbows lifted for for a more dynamic child's pose. This is one of the best hip openers. So if you are in pain here, just try to breathe through it. Another thing is you can take a block and have it in the middle here, in between your feet, if that helps. All right, a couple more breaths here in child's pose. With each breath, with each exhale, we sink a little lower, sink a little deeper. All right, now inhale, reach the right arm up. Still in child's pose, but reaching the right arm up. We're gonna thread the needle, take the right arm across the body, and gently bring the head towards the mat. Inhale, reach that arm back up and place it on the earth. Other side, left arm lifts. And thread the needle, gently come, bringing the head to the earth, or maybe to a block, or maybe even just kind of holding yourself up with that hand. Breathe deeply. All right, lifting that arm back up. Let's replace it on the earth. And then we're gonna separate the feet and lift our hips to a downward dog. All right, so take 3 big breaths here. Pedal out the feet, alternating the bend in the knees. Big breaths. All right, now look in between your hands and take baby steps all the way there. Inhale to a half lift, your hands to your shins. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And we're going to exhale, sink into a chair pose. So you can keep your palms together up over your head, lift up through your heart and your chest, but then sink that booty lower. All right, and now take a big inhale here. Exhale, sweep the palms to the ground, and then inhale, stand to mountain. Do that again. Sink down to chair pose. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, stand to mountain. Exhale, sink into chair. Hold here. Take an inhale, and then exhale, sweep the arms, stand up. And your hands down to your sides. All right, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step only the right foot back. Lowering that back knee, and then start to walk the left foot off of the mat. So your toes may come just slightly off the mat. This is lizard pose. Your hands should be inside your foot. Now you can stay here. You can always use these blocks to help you stay lifted. We never want to crunch down. And so using these blocks to bring the earth closer to us is always handy. All right, so you can stay here. You have some options. To get even deeper, you may even want to come down to your forearms. For a quad stretch, we bend in this back leg. Maybe you can reach that foot with your hand, or grab a strap, wrap that strap around your foot. Another easy way to access that. All right, now we'll come out of this slowly, wiggling that foot right back in between the hands, lifting up in this back leg, and then we're going to step forward to our high plank. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold, and then step the left foot back, lizard pose on this side. So wiggle that right foot off the mat, slightly, the toes come off, hands on the inside. Maybe you find your blocks. Whichever variation you did on the other side, make sure you do it here for balance purposes. Balance in the body and the mind, that's exactly what yoga's for. I'm gonna bend this leg again. Really getting a nice quad stretch here. we'll slowly come back out of that. Wiggle the right foot back in between the hands, lifting up in the back knee, and then we step forward to a high, or a standing forward fold. Now inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink to chair pose. Yeah. All right, now holding in this chair pose, we're gonna take the right foot up off the ground, slowly step back into a high lunge, crescent warrior. All right, now straighten, bring the arms down, straighten the legs, and then bend, arms come up, straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Nice. Now bring that back heel down, just pivoting that back heel down. We're gonna come to a warrior one. Warrior one, your knee is going in the same direction as your toes. You're gonna bend deep into this front leg so that maybe your thigh becomes parallel to the ground. And then pressing into that back blade of the foot. So your back toes are at a 45-degree angle. Your hips are gonna be square to the front. Warrior one is a great pose for your hips. All right, now interlace the palms behind your back and then take humble warrior, hinging forward, maybe bringing the hands up overhead. Don't sink down too much into that leg. And then we'll release. We'll come out of this pose. Hands come down to the mat. Step into your high plank. Shift forward, take a chaturanga to cobra or up dog. And back to downward dog. Breathe it out here. Press into your palms. If you want to alternate the bend, you can. Now look in between your hands and step or float to the front. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, sink into that chair pose. Now lifting up through the left side, we step back. Nice. Find your balance, really engage your core, that low belly, below your belly button, below your navel. That's where you want to really be engaged. All right, now we're going to stand up, straighten, and then lunge. Straighten and lunge. Straighten and lunge. Nice job. All right, now pivot that back heel down, keeping your hips square to the front. Still in warrior one here. Breathe deeply. Now interlace those palms behind your low back, and then we'll hinge forward, humble warrior. Breathe deeply. Keep bending into that front leg. Really building the leg strength here. Okay, now inhale, lift up. And exhale, the hands come down. Step back into your high plank. Now inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga to cobra or up dog. And back to downward dog. Big breath in. Exhale it out your mouth. Nice job. All right, now walk your hands back to your feet. We're going to inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands back out to a downward dog. And then look in between your hands and step or try floating to the front. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a mini back bend, hands behind, look up over, look up to the ceiling. And hands to heart. Nice job. All right, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. exhale, plant the palm, step only the right foot back, left foot in between the hands. And from here, step this right foot up just slightly. So we're coming into a pyramid pose. Again, if you have the blocks, super handy for this pose, especially if you have tight hamstrings. So this is a hamstring stretch. You should be feeling it in your left leg. Your hips in this case should be square to the front. If they're not all the way, balanced, that's totally okay. But we're gonna continue to draw through the left hip. So pull that left hip back. You should feel an even deeper stretch when you do that. All right, now standing split. We're going to lift the right foot up off the ground, keeping the toes pointing down. All right. Again, your hips are on the same plane here. So even if your leg's right here, the goal is not to open up, it is to stay here. We will open it up in just a moment when we move into half moon. So for half moon, I'm gonna put this block in line with my foot, about a foot in front. And then turn, start to open up. It's easier to do this if you have a wall behind you. And the goal is T-shaped arms, your hips, both hips and both shoulders would be touching the wall. So it's a nice challenge. If you do have a wall space near you, you may want to pause the video and try this on your own and see if you can get both hips and both shoulders to touch the wall. All right, we'll come out of this hopefully more gracefully than I just did and come back into this low lunge. So kind of back to where we started here. And then we'll step forward to our forward fold. All right, inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and now step that left foot back. A low lunge on this side. All right, moving into pyramid pose. We're gonna step that foot up so that our feet are just a little bit on opposite tracks. You can use these blocks. Maybe notice if one side is tighter than the other. All right, breathe into that. Remember to draw that right hip back. All right, moving into a standing split, we just lift up through the left side, toes stay down. If your leg is opening, if you notice that the top of your thigh is facing the wall, bring it down. The top of your thigh should be facing the ground. And then moving into half moon from here, we take the block. You don't have to use a block, but it is definitely helpful. About a foot in front, and then we open up. Stare at something not moving, it helps. Woo! All right, slowly come out of that. Coming back to our low lunge, the right foot in between the hands. And then we'll step forward to our forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to another half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back. And we'll drop the knees and come to a seated position. You made it through the hard parts. Let's take both feet together for butterfly pose. Maybe take the neck side to side.
Keep breathing in deeply. Now inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we're gonna fold forward. It's totally okay if you don't go that far. Wherever you are, just a gentle forward fold. Be kind to your hips. All right, walk the hands up. Take the legs out long in front of you. Place your palms on either side of the ground and lift up 3 times. All right, now hopefully your sit bones are even on the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. All right, inhale to a half lift here. Lift up and then exhale, fold deeper. Okay, now lift up. Take the legs out wide, keeping the toes flexed towards you. It's a little uncomfortable, I know, but we'll breathe through it. Keep that inhale and exhale going through the nose, keeping that energy inside, not letting it escape. All right, now take the right leg in, and then inhale, sit up straight, turn, square your body to the long leg, and we'll take a forward fold. So hopefully you can reach here, but again, use that strap or a towel, like I said, around your foot if you can't quite reach it. Totally okay. If you're having a lot of flexibility, try planting this left arm inside the foot and reaching the right arm up and over. Nice side body stretch here. Even deeper, maybe you try to reach for either fingertip around the foot. Wherever you are today, several different options. Inhale, lift. Take that leg out long, let your breath go, and then we'll switch sides. So pull that left leg in, inhale, sit up tall, square the body to the long leg, flex those toes towards you. Now we'll take the forward fold over the long leg. Breathe in deeply. Take that right arm inside the leg, left arm comes up overhead like a C shape. Nice side body stretch. Maybe reaching for both fingertips. All right, and release. Both legs out long, shake it out. All right. Now, final thing, we'll come to Shavasana. Nothing more left for you to do. I really love to take a reclined butterfly in Shavasana. So that's what I'll encourage you to do today since we focused on hips and shoulders. If you are feeling like you maybe need something more in the chest area to open, then you can also have a block here and here. But a reclined butterfly is what I would recommend for today. So take 2 blocks, and if you don't have blocks, maybe a rolled up towel or a pillow or something. And I want you to place them under your knees, okay? So I want you to be comfortable in this Shavasana state. There's nothing more left for you to do. You've done the hard work, so just now relax. With your feet together, with your hips open, close your eyes. Let your breath return to normal. And just take a couple moments for yourself. Relax your entire body. Shavasana is the most important part of every yoga practice because it restores, rejuvenates not only your body but also your mind. So it's very important to stay focused in these last couple of moments. Get the most benefit out of it that you can.
And as you lay there, notice the rise and fall of your belly. As that breath starts to slow down, maybe your body temperature is dropping slightly. Take a big breath in. Exhale and feel your entire body sink deeper into the earth. Now you can stay here for as long as you'd like, or start to wake up by wiggling your toes, your fingers, rotating your ankles, your wrists. Take a full body stretch, arms up overhead. And then we'll roll to the right side. Come into this fetal position, resting your head on your bicep like a pillow. And then help yourself up. Follow the sound of my voice. You can keep your eyes closed, come to an easy cross-legged position. Take a breath in. You can exhale it out your mouth. Draw your hands into your heart. Thank you so much for this practice today. The light in me sees, loves, encourages, and flourishes the light in each one of you. Namaste. See you next time.